So now look, now let's get personal right quick. Because we're doing a lot of talking, but I gotta ask some of the other shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you and Meredith, right?
Yes. Yep.
You meet the little love of your life,
Yes.
which is obvious because you got married,
Yep.
you had your children,
Yep.
and then some shit went down and you got divorced.
Got divorced.
Now,
And then I had a daughter. I had a daughter while I was divorced named Rachel.
oh,
Yes.
okay. Now, I remember your little reality show and all this kind of stuff because you've done it all. You've had it all, And you and Meredith you were divorced for how long? Because lo and
11.
behold, you got married
11
again.
years. 11 years.
11 years you were divorced.
11 years.
I always call you and tell you that the best thing that you have on the internet is Sinbad on marriage, right? And I believe that it's probably, like you say, you are already trained. Who wants to go through getting retrained with somebody new and this and that and the other?
Yep.
We have, it hasn't always been, rainbows and lollipops. You had bankruptcy.
Can't be, man. But even the bankruptcy, what happens is, my thing was,
How do bankruptcies happen? What is it when people say, I haven't paid my tax?
Bankrupt.
What?
You know what you do? You pay your tax. My thing is, I owed no money for cars. I owed no money for a home. I never left anybody in lurch. What it was, I had a company. I was running my company. I was taking care. I had my whole family work for me. But when jobs quit coming, when things quit coming, I said, okay, cool. Okay, I'll rob Peter to pay Paul. I'll put this money over here and I'll pay the rest of this bill later. But remember now, when they play interest, when the government says interest, they ain't playing. So now you get the interest on top of the interest, where my interest was more than what I owed. And I said, oh my God. I said, I'm never going to catch up. I said, I'm never going to catch up. But luckily, I found a good tax lawyer. I said, look, man, let's make a deal so you can pay what you owe to the government, get back on your feet. I said, I would tell anybody right now that got into this game, the first person you hire is a business manager. You never count your chickens before they hatch. You never count that show that you thought was coming, because every year I kept saying the same thing. There's no way in the world I'm not going to do a movie for a year. There's no way in the world I'm not going to do a movie for 2 years. There's no way. And if I knew it, 10 years went by. I said, if you had told me for 10 years that I would be hustling like that, if you had told me for 10 years that my name, to the point, you know what the hardest part for me, Lou, was? When I went to a Black Award show, because they asked me to come. I stayed out of everybody's way. I didn't want nobody to have to feel like, oh, somebody's trying to be. I didn't, that's not what I do. I came because one of the people asked me to come. And I'm trying to find my seat. So I just asked them, hey, man, they asked me to come. Where should I sit? And I heard somebody say, look at Sinbad trying to be relevant. Why is he here? And I said, this ain't me. So I said, hey, I'll be right back and go to the bathroom. I went to the parking lot. I got in the car. I said, they'll never see me again. Not even like, ooh, when I make my comeback, I'm back. I said, no, they'll never see me again, because I'm cool with who I am. I've never tried to front. I've never tried to be more than what I am. I know this much. I know I'm one of the baddest cats out here. And I don't care about that. Oh, he one of the toughest clean comics. Oh, hell no. Forget that. Mm-hmm. Hell no. Mm-hmm. I go with anybody. I don't care who you are. And that was always how I looked at it. I said, I'm going to punch above my weight class. That's how I fight.
But didn't they say like the money was like, what, when you just come from a regular life and you become a celebrity and you do all this, and then all of a sudden you get a tax bill for $8.5 million motherfucking dollars.
Oh, not with mine. Mine was about 1.2. 8 million was when they put taxes and stuff on. Remember, when they put in the paper, they got to make it look. Remember, there became a period where let's look at these entertainers. If you shame the entertainer, it shows that everybody else gets scared too, and rightfully so. I look back. I even look at the tax thing. Like, man, why we got to pay taxes? I tell all entertainers, man, don't you ever say publicly, hey, man, taxes ain't right, because you know what? You'll just get yourself jacked. You owe what you owe. And then I learned about how people did it. When I started reading this book by Trump and them, I said, oh, bankruptcy is to save your life. See, black folks are always like this. I pay my bills, I pay my bills, I pay my bills. Bankruptcy was like, I've seen studios go bankrupt this day, change the name of the studio, and open up across the street. I said, let me look at this. I'm not going to leave anybody. I've never left anybody that I owe money. I don't care if I did my funk festival, whatever. If the funk festivals didn't make money, I took money out of my pocket. When I did my soul festivals, those killed me.
Yeah.
Because each year I thought I was going to make more money. Each year I thought a corporation, because remember, HBO never gave me enough money to do it, but people loved it so much, I should have shut it down, but I didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it meant it was, and I don't regret it. If I could do it all over again, I don't regret doing it because I know what it did for music. You know, I love music. I know what it meant for the old school artists. And it's some of the best work I've done. So I don't.
Sure.
I'm not ashamed of it. And I'm not even ashamed when the bankruptcy hit me. People looked at me like, look at you. I said, bro, look at my life. You can look at me. You ain't never seen Sinbad with something that he wasn't supposed to have. I helped a lot of people in my life. I pushed a lot of people forward in my life. I did a lot of things for people. But the one thing I did wrong is I didn't take care of me.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't use the excuse, I'm helping a lot of people. You know what though, man? You're not really helping people if you're not taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
You
Amen.
really not helping people, because if you fail, look at how many other people fail that you were helping.